want to refresh your minds back to that football match that took place in 1996 between the Brazilian powerhouse team and then the Nigerian football team. If you remember vividly, we would realize that the Brazilian team were actually beating the Nigerian team to the game, and the score was 3-1. But when the Nigerians realized that the game was almost coming to an end, they all lost hope. They felt like the Brazilian team had won this match again. But something hilarious happened actually. At the 78th minute of that game, Victor Ikpeba scored the second goal, stirring up the Nigerians' hope and faith that anything is possible to this game, that it's possible that we can win this game. But then phobia was lingering around because we were looking at the timing of the football match, actually that very day. Then, in the very last minute of that game, Okocha made a very miraculous throw, which led Nwankwo into scoring the third goal of the match, leaving both teams 3-3. Then this very game was extended to an extra time and giving Kanu again a glorious win for that match. You see, at the 4th minute of the extra time, Nwankwo scored his second goal, leaving the Nigerian team to 4 and then the Brazilian team to 3. Then Nigeria won the football match. Now, when we go back to that story, we would understand one thing for sure. It's not all about the timing. It's not all about your phobia. It's not about you giving up on whatever you think you can do best. It's about you keep pushing on. If we look at that particular match, we'll understand the fact that at one point we all gave up our hopes, thinking that this match is not for us. But what happened in the last minute of the game? The game changes. Everybody didn't expect what was coming for. But at the end of the day, the Brazilian team who felt that this game is theirs ended up being the loser of that game and Nigerians being the winner of that game. Life will give you a whole lot of challenges. Life will push you. Life will beat you to your game. Life will make you understand that this game you're not winning. But the most important thing you need to do at all times to ensure that you are winning the game of life is never giving up on yourself, never giving up your hope. Because in the last minute of every game, the game can change to your favor. What happened in that game? At the 78th minute of that game, Ikpeba scored the second goal. Before the end of the game, Kanu scored the third goal, leaving him the scoreman of that game, leaving him the great man of the game. You can be the great man of your game if only you don't give up, if only you keep pushing on, if only you understand the fact that as much as timing will not be on your side, as much as the game is going to go over, it is never over for you. When you keep pushing on, when you keep striving so hard, you are going to win that game. 2019 might have been a failure for you. 2019 might have beat you to that game. Or maybe 2019 you equalize the game. But this is 2020. This is the extra time you have. This is the extra time you have to correct the mistakes of 2019. This is the extra time you have, understanding that you've got only a short timing to become a winner. This is the extra time you have to give that goal that will make you the winner of the game. Do not give up on what you believe. Keep pushing. Ignore the energies around you. Ignore the celebrations of your opponent. They will all do that so that you can feel very remorseful, you can feel weak. Never you feel weak on your race. A journey can never be made when you are not certain about it. Anywhere you want to be, anywhere you dream to be, anywhere you wish to be, you are going to get there. Only if you do not give up on yourself. Because the moment you give up on yourself, that is the very moment life is winning you to the game. If you go back to that history of that football match in 1996, it should give you the energy to push on, understanding the fact that as much as timing is relevant, as much as timing is paramount in every football match, you can still make the winning goal, even at the 90th minute. So if 2019 has pushed you so hard that you can make it right, 2020 is the extra time for you to correct that mistake. 2020 is the extra time for you to score that winning goal. If only you believe, if only you don't give up on yourself, you will win the match. This is Green Leaf Entertainment Channel. You can always like, subscribe, leave your comment and share. Peace out.